Hi all, welcome to QC Technology. In this video, I will show you how to save time and effort by using macros. Let macros do all of your repeated work that were consuming most of your time before. No need to create the same format or insert date for your document every time you open a new document. Font size and type, all settings can be done in no time. We will start by adding the Developer tab to our document. Go to File, Options, Customize ribbon. Search for Developer in the right pane, and check the box. Now you can see the Developer tab in the top of your document. Select it, you will find in the left the Macros and VBA Editor. Open Macros, here you can find all the macros you will create. Close it, now we will start creating a simple macro. Open a new blank document. Go to Developer tab, select Record Macro, it will start recording all what you will do after that. Type a name for your macro, keep the name related with what will the macro do. Type a description. This will make it easy for you and any other user to run the desired macro. When you have a long macros list, you will need it. In the Assign Macro to List, select Keyboard. Here you can assign your macro to a keyboard shortcut. With Press Shortcut key selected, press your desired shortcut, but you must care about one thing. Select Assign in the lower left corner, to assign the macro to the keyboard shortcut. Here I selected Ctrl+C, but this shortcut has another job for copying. To prevent errors and malfunction, you must be sure that your shortcut not used in another work. To remove the shortcut, select it, and press Remove. Make another keyboard shortcut, Assign. Hit Close, and now we are ready to record our macro. Go to Layout tab, select Narrow Margins. Home, we will add some borders as it is considered a repetitive work. We can add a header that can be used in all my documents. You can write the company name. Below the company name may be the date. But if you wrote the date like that, you will need to change it manually every day. I will show you how to make the date change automatically. Go to Insert, click on Date and Time in the right side, select any format you like. Close the header area, good for now. Back to Out document, I will change the font type and size. Enough for our example, now go back to Developer tab, select Stop Recording. Now our macro is supposed to be ready, go to Macros, you must find the new macro showing up on the list. You can run the macro from the Run button here, or by just using the keyboard shortcut. Let's try our new macro. Go to File, open a new blank document. Check all the default settings, margins, font, leave everything as default. Now just press the keyboard shortcut. All of your previous work, recorded to the macro, are loaded successfully, saving lot of time. Now we will try to run the macro from the Run button, in Macros window. Open a new blank document. Go to Developer, click on Macros, select the desired macro, and hit Run. Everything's supposed to be okay, but maybe if you closed your documents, and try to open a new one, when you try to use the macro, you will face a runtime error, 5941. I will show you now what it looks like, and how to solve this problem. Close all of the open documents, open a new blank Word document. Run the macro using the keyboard shortcut. Borders only loaded from the macro, and runtime error 5941 displayed. You have two options, End, and Debug. If you press End, nothing more will be loaded. And we will lose most of the work supposed to be done by the macro. So we will try our macro again, but this time we will choose Debug. As you can see, when we press Debug, the VBA or Visual Basic for Applications opened in debug mode, and this code page contains all what we recorded to our macro. The part of code causing the problem is highlighted in yellow color. To solve this problem, we have two methods, but let me tell you first in a few seconds why this error happened. This error means that the building blocks have not been loaded, so some of the functions included in your macro cannot be applied. To minimize Word's startup time, it is not loading building blocks into memory until the first time you do anything that will load them, but in our case, we started the work with calling the macro, while the building blocks are not loaded yet. So you have to insert something like a page number, a canned header, or anything that will load building blocks, or make the macro load the building blocks itself by this code. We will insert the code just before the highlighted statement. Application.templates.load building blocks. Close VBA. Open a new blank document. Run the macro to see if the problem still exists. All the previous macro settings are loaded successfully, and the runtime error disappeared. To be sure that the problem is completely solved, close all open documents, and again open a new blank document. Load the macro again, and be sure that everything is working as expected. Thank you for watching the video.